And closing out this episode, we got the Daredevil Born Again cameo tier list. This is coming out very soon, in a couple weeks, March 4th. A new Daredevil show, and I'm very excited. I've been dying for Daredevil. Please give me some. So I'm very excited that we're getting Daredevil back. Hopefully, Disney doesn't ruin it, but trailer look good for it. So let's kick it off with someone who I think is 100% going to be in this show. Kingpin's gal, Vanessa. I'm going to say 100%. I don't think she was in the trailer. Could be wrong. But I don't see why she wouldn't be in the show. Any rebuttals, Cam?
No, I totally agree with you. I 100% think that she's going to be in the show.
All right, next up is an interesting one. Happy Hogan. And if you don't know, he actually played Foggy Nelson in I think it was 2000. It could have been later than that, but the first Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck as Daredevil. Happy Hogan was Foggy, so obviously Happy is a former assistant to Tony Stark. He made a cameo in Deadpool Wolverine, so this would be a very fun one. A little fourth wall break. I'm gonna throw this in at 25%. It's pretty unlikely, but he is in New York. We have no idea what he's been up to, so this would be a cool cameo. What about you, Cam?
Yeah, I don't see him being in this movie. I could only imagine he'll be like a bystander walking down the street and then, bump into Foggy. But
that would be really cool, yeah.
It would be really cool, really funny, and maybe he says like a little line that's kind of funny that references the past movies and stuff, but I don't see him coming into the show.
All right, next up is Echo, who got her own show in the end of Hawkeye. She shot Kingpin in the eye. Now, did I watch Echo? No. So do I know what she's up to? No. But do I know that she kind of cured Kingpin or something like that? She touched his head and he was like, "Ugh." That's all I know. I want to say Daredevil made a cameo in her show. Will she reciprocate and pop up? Maybe, but I'm gonna throw this in 25% because it seems like there's gonna be a lot of characters in the show, and I just don't see where she'd fit. So, but there's a slight chance. So I'm gonna throw in 25% due to her relation to Kingpin. Next up, we got Elektra from, I believe, season 3. Season 3 is a very blurry thing from Daredevil. Let's say 50%. I want to say 50% because Elektra, a big part of Daredevil in the comics. Yeah, and she already made an appearance in the show and was a big part of season 3, if I remember. So I'm gonna throw her in 50%. All right, next one. Speaking of the Defenders, we have Iron Fist. I'm gonna throw him in 75%. I don't see why he. Oh gosh, I don't. Iron Fist season 2. Was there even a season 2? Ugh. I don't know what he's been up to.
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's throw him at 75%. Part of the Defenders. They know each other. But I don't know what Iron Fist is up to. So I'm going to say 75% because why not? We haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, I'm putting him 75. Maybe, possibly. We have no idea.
Yeah. Someone we do know is in the show is the Punisher. Good to see him back in the trailer looking mean. Yeah, I love the Punisher and especially his relationship with Matt Murdock. Big part of Daredevil season 2. I love season 1 of the Punisher, so I'm looking forward to seeing him return. And here's an interesting one. Moon Knight. We have not seen Moon Knight in like 3 years.
Yep.
Last time we saw him, what was it New York whenever they revealed the third personality? Jake or whatever?
I want to say it's been so long.
It was either New York or like England where
yeah, it's one of the two.
But we have no idea what Moon Knight's been up to. Moon Knight is very Batmanish like Daredevil. But where would he pop in this show? Very big if. I'm thinking 0 to 25%.
I'm thinking 0.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, because even though I want to say there's 25%, since they did reference the Eternals in or the Eternals was a major plot point in Brave New World after so many years of Marvel just not referencing the Eternals at all. really want something. I want something with this character, just something.
I know. I'm hoping Marvel, starting Brave New World, is now trying to tie up loose ends. And Moon Knight is definitely one of those. And speaking of Captain America's Brave New World, Sam Wilson. Why am I throwing him in this tier list? Because what if the end of this series, Sam Wilson is trying to recruit the next Avengers lineup, and what if he approaches Matt Murdock, Daredevil? I think that'd be pretty cool. Very unlikely, but Sam Wilson is going to be trying to assemble a new Avengers lineup after his conversation with Ross in the beginning of the movie. So do I think he's more likely than Moon Knight? Not really. I think you're gonna have to decide on this one, Cam.
Yeah, I don't see him more likely than Moon Knight after we got a whole 2-hour film of just Sam and just him
Not even a month apart.
appearing in another TV show. I think that's a little bit too much for Marvel, so I'll put him in 0%.
All right, sweet. And next up would be a complete debut of this character in the MCU, Ghost Rider. I think it'd be pretty cool, but where he'd fit in a Daredevil show, he'd be more in line with like a Midnight Sun, staying with Moon Knight. I don't know. This one's a very hopeful one. It'd be very cool if we got to see Ghost Rider. But I'm trying to think who's more likely, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, or yeah, him or Moon Knight. I might put him at 25% because he is a brand new introduction. There's no loose ends having to be tied, and it'd be a hell of a cameo in the show.
Also, I could just see him just as a regular, person before he gets the Ghost Rider powers.
That is true. I want to say his name is Johnny Blaze, so we could get a reference to his name in the show.
And maybe Nicolas Cage will return to reprise the role.
That'd be pretty cool. I would like that, but I believe he's like filming the Spider-Man Noir show right now. I forgot that was happening. Wow. Anyways, everyone's favorite She-Hulk, Daredevil, who's been a cameo machine, cameoed in her show. I want to say I saw articles saying the showrunner is going to completely ignore that She-Hulk ever had an interaction with Matt Murdock. So I'm gonna throw it 0% because I would also love to believe that as well. That it never happened. That they never shebanged, and he never came to her barbecue, and we saw Hulk's son. My goodness, I hated that show. So what about you, Cam? I'm gonna say 0.
Yeah, I don't even know what character you're even talking about.
Oh, Scar, Hulk's son.
No, I was talking about She-Hulk.
Oh,
just pretending that didn't exist.
Exactly. I'm actually gonna throw her out of here.
Yeah, wait.
All right. Next up, Spider-Man, specifically Tom Holland. Spider-Man. I'm gonna throw him at 75%. I'm gonna throw him 75% because I want to say we're gonna get street level Spider-Man finally. No Tony Stark assisting him. No other 2 Spider-Man assisting him. No Norman Osborn, as we saw in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show, assisting him. I definitely think we could see Tom Holland Spider-Man team up with Daredevil. Maybe team up with him, or we see him in like the final post-credit scene of the show. But we need to know what he's up to. As far as we know, nobody knows who he is. He has a fresh start, and he's got a new classic Spider-Man suit. And I think it's prime for a team up with Daredevil finally. So that'd be great to see. Next up, Mahershala Ali's Blade. When is he gonna finally appear? Bro's been waiting so long. He decided to take up a random role in the new Jurassic World movie because why not? He needs to stay busy. Does he appear in this show? I think I want to put him on the same level as Ghost Rider because he's technically made his appearance in the post-credit scene of Eternals whenever he was talking to Black Knight or White Knight, saying, "Do you really want to do that?" I don't know. It's such I hate Eternals. And then he's supposed to show up in Marvel Zombies as Moon Knight. Like Mahershala Ali is voicing Blade, who's Moon Knight in Marvel. I don't know. What is Marvel doing? I'm
I
gonna
had
freak
no
out.
idea. He's about to crash out, guys.
I'm gonna
Chat.
freak out. I'm gonna if we're throwing Ghost Rider 25%, I guess we'll put Blade 25% because this dude just needs to make his appearance. So, yeah, I'm gonna say 25%. What about you, Cam?
Yeah, I would put 25%. Even now in Deadpool and Wolverine, when Snipes Blade said that, he's the one and only Blade.
Dude, that was one of the coldest lines like I've heard in a very long time, especially in a
I
movie.
know, it's exactly. It's very unlikely for him to appear in this movie, but it'd be kind of cool to see him.
Next up, we got J. Jonah Jameson. So Daredevil, he lives right next to a big giant billboard. It's blaring out his window at his apartment. Why can't we see J. Jonah Jameson just make a random headline about the devil in Hell's Kitchen? Is he linked to Spider-Man? I think that'd be a very fun cameo, and I want to say that the news in the Daredevil show was called the Daily something. It wasn't called Daily Bugle, but I could definitely see now that J. Jonah Jameson is confirmed to be in the MCU. I don't see why they couldn't just act like that newspaper was called Daily Bugle the entire time and just rename it. So yeah, I definitely think we can see J. Jonah Jameson just pop up. Because why not?
Yeah, I also agree. J. Jonah James isn't an eternal being because he can go from one universe to the other. Yeah, he showed up in Sam Raimi's trilogy. He showed up in the Spider-Verse movies. JJJ is just an dimension being at this point. So we can obviously find him in this movie at some point, maybe, possibly, just a quick cameo.
Yeah, is J. Jonah Jameson an Eternal? Maybe we'll find out. But the second to last potential cameo in Daredevil Born Again, Luke Cage, another Defender. I'm gonna put him the same level as Iron Fist. I think it'd be a cool cameo. We have not seen him in such a long time, and it'd be a cool cameo. So I think Luke Cage has a 75% chance of landing in Daredevil Born Again. And the last one, the cameo. Okay, so I said that Daredevil has been a cameo machine. No, this dude Bucky has been a cameo machine. Why not just throw him in? Because he's just been everything. Even though he's gonna be in Thunderbolts, get another lead role finally. I'm gonna throw him at 0%, but it's just fun to have him in here because he is a little cameo machine. Bucky Barnes is.
To be honest with you, I would bump it up to 25% just because he's a senator and Matt Murdock is a lawyer, and they're both in position of law. So just seeing him in a courtroom, I don't know. That's my opinion. Maybe they'll bump into each other. Maybe not. I don't know.
I'm sticking my boots in the ground. 0%. You're gonna have to fight me on this one.
Oh, Bucky, suit and tie. Matt Murdock is also in a suit and tie.
Oh my gosh. I'll trade you Happy Hogan.
Trade me Happy. Alright. Fair trade.
The first ever trade in the Web of Opinions cameo tier list just happened, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Hogan for Bucky Barnes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll do for this. And that's going to be the end of this podcast episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And this was a fun one to make. So make sure to comment if you agree or disagree with anything we said in this video. Whether Captain America Brave New World was actually a decent movie. Do you think it was worse? Do you think it was really bad? Wait, I just said the same thing twice. Do you think it was really good or bad? Do you think Fantastic Four will be a good movie or not? And then, do you agree with any of our takes on the potential cameos for Daredevil Born Again? Let us know. But that's going to do it for me. Any closing remarks for you, Cam?
Hopefully the MCU just gets better from here. Hopefully, cross my fingers. Please don't let me down, Marvel.